Hello! My name is Kiralei Celestino, and I'm so glad to be with you here today. One of the things that I want to do is really reach out to people who have left a community. Not necessarily creating some place for you to go, but definitely provide a place for you to land as you find the new place that you want to go. A place where people can be honest with each other, definitely not tell each other what they should be, but just recognize that each of us just needs some convalesce is also not the right word, but just a place for us to do a reset in the same place together, understanding that we're not telling anyone else that what we're planning to do is correct, but just knowing that maybe we need to detox from wherever we came from. I mean, that could be anything. It could be I changed out of a religion, or I moved from one geographic region and I'm trying to decide how much of that to keep and how much of the new geographic region to accept, because, there are differences between them. Or leaving a culture. And I'll just give you a couple of instances. For instance, I was born and raised in Hawaii, and in 1999 I left, and I've not lived in Hawaii since. And so what did I do? The Hawaiian pidgin, when I try to use it, my cousins tell me that my pidgin sounds fake. And that culturally, I just don't feel enough, so that when I'm around Pacific Islanders, there's a bit of me that feels self-conscious about how much I did not keep of that culture. So that would be an example of me leaving a geographic region and adopting something that I was not raised with. Not right or wrong, just what I decided to do, but there are things that I needed to navigate as I went through that. Another example, identifying as a Christian, and I no longer do that. I do not have any hard feelings about the religion. I still have a lot of personal faith, and I know that people who are still in that position may have different opinions, but I needed to navigate what that looked like as I decided where else to go. So that would be an example of leaving a religious community, if we can put it that way. And I know that doesn't accurately portray that, but perhaps you're in that situation. A long-time workplace. I worked for the U.S. Air Force for some time as a civilian with the government, not enlisted or anything like that. Really loved what I did and was well liked for what I did. But I was working at such a fast pace. I wanted to take some time to serve my heart. And so what I do for work now is very much not that. But let's just say that there was a community there that I left, and I'm needing to navigate what it looks like to not work a 9-to-5 job. A very light example, but very much the kind of crowd that I would love to provide a landing place for, so that people can say, I am transitioning from one thing to another. It can mean whatever it means to you, but this will be a place where we consider whether our vocabulary changes, whether our perspective of things changes. And perspective is one of my favorite things. So if you see my logo, it's a Mobius strip. And we'll talk more about why perspective means so much to me. So that's just a little bit about what this will be. So it'll be a smattering of a lot of things, either to help us see a different perspective, or to think about our own situations from different viewpoints, or just some much needed relaxation or healing time that we might need. I worked for the government for a number of years. I was a program manager. I worked in logistics, mostly, you don't care about the details. Long story short, I identify with Asperger's, or the Autism Spectrum, and I find it really satisfying to deal with a lot of details, and a lot may not accurately describe how much I love details. What I have done for the government and what I would love to do for your small business or mid-sized business is, if you're transitioning from one stage to another stage and your leaders are finding it difficult to get to the place of strategic vision because you're putting out all of the fire. This is why I say small to mid-size, because large businesses have entire teams dedicated to this fact. Even some mid-sized businesses may be that way, but if you're at the point where you're already lean, and it would be beneficial to have someone from the outside who does not want to be your forever consultant, to use their own skill for very large organizations, administering change, preparing multiple areas for change. This is, it would be worth a conversation, but we'll just leave it at that. Really, again, why I left my job was to serve my heart. When I did identify as a Christian, did a lot of people care for people teenage and up, a very satisfying part of my life. So I take that experience, let's add in some energy work and an understanding that sometimes people don't want things associated with energy work at all. I'd like to work with individuals for internal transformation, and that may take multiple forms. So you may be looking for some energy work. You may be looking just for a way to clear some blockages, emotional blockages, thought processes. So this could take some form of some not anything to replace therapy. Let's just be clear about the fact that I have so much respect for people who work in a very skilled practice. Yes, 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 yes. I know that people run the spectrum. There are some very respectable things going on in the counseling, therapy, psychology realm, and I just want you to be aware of that. So what I will be doing will be most aligned with people who just need a sounding board, just need some tips, a friendly confrontation if that's what you're asking for, but really just I want to say skilled ear, but I want to be careful with that because everyone's perspective is different. I would love to show you a process that I've developed over the last, let's say 5 years. I developed a process without energy work and without hypnosis to help people overcome their blocks. When you're able to list out your blockages, we'll make sure that you know how to do this on your own without energy work and without hypnosis. This is something we all can do, and I'm very happy to share this with you.